Namaste and welcome. I'm JC Yogi, and today I'm going to demonstrate to you the use of the wheel or the Dharma wheel in our practices. This is an amazing tool that we can use as blocks or props and belt that help you to open up in your back, help you to open up in your shoulders. It helps you open up in any asana actually we take. Just please make sure you're safe first. Safety is so important. Obviously, no windows, away from the windows in case you fall back. Ideally, a solid wall would be good, and any solid wall with not much obstacles around you. And normally, I like to use a blocks as well to help me get into, just in case the wheel is kind of like rolling. Okay, so we get yourself familiar with the wheel. Obviously, there's a different shape and different size of them, but they are super great. So I'm gonna kind of go through a couple of like asana, which is one of them. The first one is Warrior 2. Warrior 2 is super healthy and grateful to the wheel because it's open up the adductors as well. So you place your right foot on the wheel. Now you make sure the wheel doesn't roll. That's why the blocks come super handy as well. And I'm going to place the blocks in front of it so it doesn't really roll out. I'm going to place my left foot first, align my left foot, then gently place the right foot onto the wheel. I'm going to bend the right knee and start to walk the left foot back to get the knee slightly behind your ankle. You're going to open up the left hip. It's going to align your hips naturally, tone the navel, and extend the arms out. You can stay Warrior 2 so that your right foot on the ground. The foot on the wheel is amazingly opening from here and give you this form of open the left hip out. Open the left hip, roll forward, and we kind of collapse. Give you space into your ribs, shoulders, and you pull your foot against the wheel, is similar to as you pull your heel towards the instep. And of course, you always focus on that front arms. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, release your hand. And ideally in a wheel, so when you come out very carefully, because like I said, see this can damage or can hurt you. In a wheel, we always hold the pose for at least a minute to 2 minutes. That's what the use is about. Now I'm going to do a half moon shape with this as well. So this is another form, like when you open up into Warrior 2, you take the wheel on your right hand and you hold it there, your foot by the wheel, and then you have a chance to roll the wheel to a point where it's comfortable. You lift up your left hip, left leg, tone, root. You can take the wheel forward, and then you extend through the left arm. So there's a tendency to roll back, of course, but that's the wheel helping us to lengthen into the right side of my body, so I'm not leaning into that open space. And usually any standing asanas, I micro bend the knee to give me this opening through the hips. Coming out very gently, let go of the wheel, come up. The wheel might roll, might stay. Depends you're working with it. As I say, it's a friend, remember, always a friend. So I'm going to do a couple of like back bend with this as well. So when you go to a back bend, this is a beautiful opening into the back. So I'm putting the wheel in the middle of my mat. And I'm just gonna, first one, I'm gonna roll lightly in here. Then once I get comfortable, I'm gonna lift the sit bone and roll the shoulder blade and keep the feet grounded. And you feel this opening through the shoulders. Just make sure the wheel doesn't wobble. And if it's full, it's gonna hurt your back. Once you start to get comfortable and confident, my legs go straight, I'm binding with the wheel, and then drop the head. Or sometimes you may be able to roll all the way back into the shoulders, into a full bridge pose. You grab your feet, shoulders grounded, tone the navel, breathing in. When you come out, you walk your feet out and you roll back very slowly, and you stay seated for about a few seconds before you come off fully. Okay, so now to open up into the hips and the hamstring, I use two break and the wheel, like Hanumanasana or Ardha Hanumanasana. So you take the wheel in front of you like this, two blocks handy, and you bring the calves onto the wheel and you hold it there. Then you walk the back leg basically. So I'm going to walk my left leg back slightly, then till I get comfortable, come on the toe, bend the left knee, push on the blocks, lift up to the heart center. This is going to work my right hamstring and my left hip. Oh, I can feel this opening already into that part. And to see the blocks give me some height for my arms, so I'm not slouching forward, keeping an upright position. Shoulders back, inhale and exhale. And again, like I said, you hold it for at least 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I'm going to lower down from here, and of course you can start to roll a little bit more forward. But it's lovely for the calves muscle till you get into the deeper form. You can do it with your knee on the mat, left knee on the mat, working the right leg, shoulders back, so Ardha Hanuman style. So always, like I said, please be careful when you take the wheel. The wheel might wobble, sometimes it might hurt you when it's full. So this is kind of like hamstring. Now, of course, when it gets into shoulders opening, this is simple for my start to work with my shoulders from my kneeling position. I take the wheel in front of me and then up to the sky, bend the elbow slightly, squeeze the elbow to the center, soften the ribs and take the arms back. And at some point, this is going to take into straighter arms, head the elbow back, tone the navel. I'm not using my back, I'm using my shoulders to open. So at some point, if I want to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana, that's going to help me a lot. So of course, with the Urdhva Dhanurasana, we're working from the upper thoracic, but then if the shoulders not open, that's going to cause a little bit problem. Now when we go into inversion, like you can go into formal dolphins, into Pincha Mayurasana or headless headstand. Again, if the wheel roll, place a block so the wheel doesn't roll. You hold the wheel with both hands, forearm on the mat, toe curl under, lift your hips. So this is great for your dolphin. Have the elbow go back and push away from the earth to lengthen this spine. And you start holding this for a little bit longer till you feel the opening the shoulders. Now when it comes to work with the pincha, like I said, please make sure, just in case you have wall behind you, of course you can work into deeper back bend as well. You will start to work maybe one-legged dolphin, keeping your hips squared. When you start to comfortable, as you push your forearm, you float one leg up, you can keep one knee bent, you can even keep the other knee bent. If you work in a full pincha, both legs up, tone the navel, push back. Of course, you're working towards a deeper back bend. Or split fall. Your head is off the floor, and of course, away from the wheel. Till you find the comfortable and the confident to actually flip all the way over and maybe your feet against the wall. So there's this quick demo. What can we do with this lovely, lovely wheel? It works a lot on your back, lots of work on your front, shoulders, hips, hamstring, and so beneficial. So if you want to practice on the wheel and you're not sure or you have one at home somewhere, please reach out, jcyogi.com, jcyogi1, Instagram, jcyogi, Facebook. Namaste.